Ooh-wee. What it is, what it ain't, what you can and what you can't. Shalom, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to Rising Scripts. What's up? What up, man? It's Shalom, man. I'm out here, man. I'm ready to see what it is and what it ain't, what I can and what I can't. Hope you are too. Man, I woke up. I went back to sleep after waking up and reading Miss Gwendolyn Midlow Hall's book. It rained yesterday, so I didn't have to go water the garden today. We're gonna see. It rained some yesterday. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get in it. We are back at it in the book of Enoch today. The book of Enoch. We're gonna keep pushing through. I think we're making headway. We're making some headway through the book of Enoch. Man, my eyes is blurry. I still look tired, man. I feel it. My neck hurt. Oh, my neck. Oh, Lord, my neck. Oh, my neck hurt. Is it a root? Oh, yeah. I got my little plant growing in some water. I'm trying to see if that's a root. I think it was a root. Well, where we left off at last time, it talked a little bit about the book of Noah. It talked a little bit about the flood coming. It talked a little bit about how the order, Enoch was been given certain orders of the stars and things that he had written down when he had tried to make intercession for the watchers who were sleeping with the women. And he was being told about their what was going to happen to them. So we stopped at 37 to 71. At least that's how it's written, or at least that's how I perceive it to be written. See, you see it good. "37 to 71 is where we left off. The parables. And we'll go ahead and pick back up. We're going to read and see how far we can get to. We're going to go ahead and see how far we can get to in the book of Enoch. I think we're moving pretty decent through the book. And overall, I don't think the book is going to take us long. I don't think overall it's going to take us long to read. As long as we keep at it, you know. But I apologize for not doing the rides and the scripts, man. I had been out. I've been working in the yard, in the garden real hard, so I hadn't been doing it. But I got back to reading last night. So, but let's go ahead and give the books of the Bible. I don't have my cheat sheet with me, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to mosey on through it. We'll read. Let's go to the books of the Bible, the milk, and then we'll go ahead and move on. Read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel. Oh, damn. I messed it up. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations. Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. First Esdras, Second Esdras, Tobit, Judith, the rest of Esther, the wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, Baruch, the Song of the Three Little Children, the history of Susanna, the destruction of Bel and the dragon, the prayer of Manasseh, First Maccabees, Second Maccabees, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, First Corinthians, Second Corinthians, Ephesians, Galatians, Philippians, Colossians, First Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians, First Timothy, Second Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, First Peter, Second Peter, First John, Second John, Third John, Jude, and Revelations. Some people add the book of Enoch, the book of Jasher to it as well, and also the book of Jubilees, and there's probably a couple other ones, but we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So let's go ahead and get into the book of Enoch. Let's blow up the trumpets one time, though. Blow up the trumpets one time. For the book of Enoch. All right. The parables. Come on, eyes. Get right, eyes. The second vision, which he saw, the vision of wisdom, which Enoch, the son of Jared, the son of Mahalaleel, the son of Canaan, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam, saw. And this is the beginning of the words of wisdom, which I lifted up my voice to speak and say to those which dwell on the earth. Hear ye men of old time, and see, ye that come after, the words of the Holy One, which I will speak before the Lord of spirits. It were better to declare them only to the men of old time, but even from those that come after, we will withhold the beginning of wisdom. We will not withhold the beginning of wisdom. Till the present day, such wisdom has never been given by the Lord of spirits as I have received according to my insight and according to the good pleasure of the Lord of spirits, by whom the lot of eternal life has been given to me. Now 3 parables were imparted to me, and I lifted up my voice and recounted them to those that dwell on the earth. The first parable, the coming judgment of the world. When the congregation of the righteous shall appear, and sinners shall be judged for their sins, and shall be driven from the face of the earth, and when the righteous one shall appear before the eyes of the righteous, whose elect works hang upon the Lord of spirits, and light shall appear to the righteous and to the elect who dwell on the earth. Where then will be the dwelling of the sinners, and where the resting place of those who have denied the Lord of spirits? It had been good for them if they had not been born. And when the secrets of the righteous shall be revealed, and the sinners judged, and the godless driven from the presence of the righteous and elect, from that time those that possess the earth shall no longer be powerful and exalted, and they shall not be able to behold the face of the holy. For the Lord of spirits has caused his light to appear, and on the face of the holy, righteous, and elect. And then shall the kings of the mighty perish, and be given into the hands of the righteous and holy. And thenceforward none shall seek for themselves mercy from the Lord of spirits, for their life is at an end. The abode of the righteous, of the elect, and the praise of the blessed. And it shall come to pass in those days that the elect and holy children will descend from the high heaven, and their seed will become one with the children of men. And in those days Enoch received books of zeal and wrath, the books of disquiet and expulsion, and mercy shall not be accorded to them, saith the Lord of spirits. And in those days a whirlwind carried me off from the earth, and set me down to the end of the heavens. And there I saw another vision, the dwelling places of the holy, and the resting places of the righteous. Here mine eyes saw the dwellings with his righteous angels, and their resting places with the holy. And they petitioned and interceded and prayed for the children of men. And righteousness flowed before them as water, and mercy like dew upon the earth. Thus it is amongst them forever and ever. And in that place mine eyes saw the elect, one of righteousness and of faith. And I saw his dwelling place under the wings of the Lord of spirits. And righteousness shall prevail in his days, and the righteous and elect shall be without number before him forever and ever. And all the righteous and elect before him shall be strong as fierce lights, and their mouth shall be full of blessing, and their lips shall extol the name of the Lord of spirits. And righteousness before him shall never fail, and uprightness shall never fail before him. And there I wished to dwell, and my spirit longed for that dwelling place. And there hitherto, and there heretofore hath been my portions. For so hath it been established concerning me before the Lord of spirits. And in those days I praised and extolled the name of the Lord of spirits with blessing and praise, because he had destined me for blessing and glory according to the good pleasure of the Lord of spirits. For I longed for a long time, my eyes regarded that place, and I blessed him and praised him, saying, Blessed is he, and may he be blessed from the beginning and forevermore. And before him there is no ceasing. He knows before the world was created what is forever and what will be from generation unto generation. And those who sleep not bless, and those who sleep not bless thee. They stand before thy glory and bless, praise, and extol, saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of spirits. He filleth the earth with spirits. And here my eyes saw all those who sleep not. They stand before him and bless and say, Blessed be thou, and blessed be the name of the Lord forever and ever. And my face was changed, for I could no longer behold. The four archangels. And after that I saw thousands of thousands and 10,000 times 10,000. I saw a multitude beyond number and reckoning, who stood before the Lord of spirits. And on the four sides of the Lord of spirits I saw four presences, different from those that slept not. And I learnt their names, for the angel who went with me made known to me their names and showed me all the hidden things. And I heard the voices of those four presences as they uttered praises before the Lord of glory. The first voice blesses the Lord of spirits forever and ever. And the second voice I heard blessing the elect one and the elect ones who hang upon the Lord of spirits. And the third voice I heard pray and intercede for those who dwell on the earth and supplicate in the name of the Lord of spirits. And I heard the fourth voice fending off the Satans and forbidding them to come before the Lord of spirits to accuse them who dwell on the earth. After that, I asked the angel of peace who went with me, who showed me everything that is hidden. Who are these four presences which I have seen and whose words I have heard and written down? And he said to me, the first is Michael, the merciful and long-suffering. And the second, who is set over all the diseases and all the wounds of the children of men, is Raphael. And the third, who is set over the powers, is Gabriel. And the fourth, who is set over the repentance unto hope and of those who inherit eternal life, is named Phanuel. Let me mark their names. Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Phanuel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Michael 1, Raphael 2. 1, 2, Gabriel 3, Phanuel 4. And after that I saw all the secrets of the heavens, and how the kingdom is divided, and how the actions of men are weighed in the balance. And there I saw the mansions of the elect and the mansions of the holy. And mine eyes saw there all the sinners being driven from thence, which deny the name of the Lord of spirits, and being dragged off. And they could not abide because of the punishment which proceeds from the Lord of spirits. Astronomical secrets. And there mine eyes saw the secrets of the lightning and the thunder, and the secrets of the winds, and how they are divided to blow over the earth, and the secrets of the clouds and dew. And there I saw from whence they proceed that place, and from whence they saturate the dusty earth. And there I saw closed chambers, out of which the winds are divided, and the chambers of the hail and winds, the chamber of the midst, and of the clouds, and the cloud thereof hovers over the earth from the beginning of the world. And I saw the chambers of the sun and moon, whence they proceed and whither they come again, and their glorious returns, and how one is superior to the other, and their stately orbit, and how they do not leave their orbit, and they add nothing to their orbit, and they take nothing from it, and they keep faith with each other, and in accordance with the oath by which they are bound together. And first the sun goes forth and traverses his path according to the commandment of the Lord of spirits, and mighty is his name forever and ever. And after that, I saw the hidden and the visible path of the moon, and she accomplishes the course. So the sun is in the sun, his path. The sun is a male and the moon is in the female. The moon, she accomplishes the course of her path. In that place by day and by night, the one holding a position opposite of the other before the land, the Lord of the spirits. And they give thanks and praise and rest not. For unto them is their thanksgiving rest. For the sun changes oft for the blessing or a curse. And the course of the path of the moon is light to the righteous, and darkness to the sinners in the name of the Lord, who made the separation between light and the darkness, and divided the spirits of men, and strengthened the spirits of the righteous, and in the name of his righteousness. For no angel hinders, and no power is able to hinder, for he appoints a judge for them all, and he judges them all before him. Dwelling places of wisdom and of unrighteousness. Wisdom found no place where she might dwell, and then a dwelling place was assigned her in the heavens. Well, that's kind of accurate right there. When I say accurate, I don't mean, remember, accurate wasn't the right word. That is some things that, you know, when I'm reading, I'm listening for parallels or familiarities. Wisdom is definitely in the scriptures. Wisdom is talked about as a she. Wisdom in here is discussed as a she, and how it goes forth. Wisdom went forth to make her dwelling among the children of men, and found no dwelling place. I think I've heard that scripture before. Wisdom returned to her place, and took her seat among the angels, and unrighteousness went forth from her chambers. whom she sought not she found, and dwelt with them, as rain in the desert, and dew on a thirsty land. Astronomical seekers. Shalom, shalom. Shalom in Jerusalem. Shalom. And I saw other lightnings and the stars of heaven, and I saw how he called them all by their names, and they hearkened unto him. And I saw how they are weighed in the righteous balance according to their proportions of light. I saw the width of their spaces and the day of their appearing, and how their revolution produces lightning. And I saw their revolution according to the number of the angels, and how they had faith with each other. And I asked the angel who went with me, who showed me what was hidden, what are these? And he said to me, the Lord of spirits had showed thee their parabolic meaning, lit their parable. And these are the names of the holy who dwell on the earth and believe in the name of the Lord of spirits forever and forever. Also, another phenomenon I saw in regard to the lightnings is how some of the stars arise and become lightnings and cannot part with their new forms. The second parable, the lot apostates, the new heaven and the new earth. And this is the second parable concerning those who deny the name of the dwelling of the holy ones of the Lord of spirits. And into the heaven they shall not ascend, and on the earth they shall not come. And such shall be the last of the sinners who have denied the name of the Lord of spirits, and who are thus preserved for the day of suffering and tribulation. And on that day mine elect one shall sit on the throne of glory, and shall try their works, and their places of rest shall be innumerable, and their soul shall grow strong within them when they see mine elect ones, and those who have called upon my glorious name. And then will I cause mine elect one to dwell among them, and I will transform the heaven and make it an eternal blessing light. Now that's also familiar. I will transform the earth and make it the blessing, and I will cause mine elect ones to dwell upon it. But the sinners and evildoers shall not set foot thereon. For I have provided and satisfied with peace my righteous ones, and have caused them to dwell before me. But for the sinners there is judgment impeding with me, and so that I shall destroy from thence, I shall destroy them from the face of the earth, the head of days and the son of man. And there I saw one who had a head of days, and his head was white like wool, and with him was another being whose countenance had the appearance of a man. And that's familiar too. The Ancient of Days is what it said in the scriptures, and it says that the Ancient of Days' head was white like wool. And his face was full of the graciousness like one of the holy angels. And I asked the angel who went with him, and showed me all the hidden things concerning the Son of Man, who he was, and whence he was, and why he went with the head of days. And he answered and said unto me, this is the Son of Man who hath righteousness, with whom dwelleth righteousness, and who revealeth all the treasures of that which is hidden. Because the Lord of spirits had chosen him, and whose lot hath the preeminence before the Lord of spirits in uprightness forever. And this Son of Man, whom thou hast seen, shall raise up the kings of the mighty from their seats, and the strong from their thrones, and shall loosen the reins of the strong, and break the teeth of the sinners. And he shall put down the kings from their thrones and kingdoms, because they do not extol and praise him, nor humbly acknowledge whence the kingdom was bestowed upon them. And he shall put down the countenance of the strong, and shall fill them with shame. And darkness shall be their dwelling, and worms shall be their bed, and they shall have no hope of raising from the dead from their beds, because they do not extol the name of the Lord of spirits. And these are they which judge the stars of heaven, and raise their hands against the Most High, and tread upon the earth and dwell upon it, and all their deeds manifest unrighteousness. And their power rests upon their riches, and their faith is in the gods, which they have made with their hands. And they deny the name of the Lord of spirits, and they persecute the houses of his congregations. And the faithful who hang upon the name of the Lord of spirits. I read it wrong. Excuse me, I read it wrong. And they persecute the house of his congregations and the faithful who hang upon the name of the Lord of spirits. The prayer of the righteous for vengeance, and their joy as its coming. In those days shall have ascended the prayer of the righteous, and the blood of the righteous from the earth before the Lord of spirits. And in those days, the holy ones who dwell above in the heavens shall unite with one voice, and supplicate and pray and praise and give thanks and bless the name of the Lord of spirits, and on behalf of the blood of the righteous which has been shed, and that the prayer of the righteous may not be in vain before the Lord of spirits, that judgment may be done unto them, and that they may not have to suffer forever. And in those days I saw the head of days, when he seated himself upon the throne of his glory, and the books of the living were opened before him, and all his hosts, which is in heaven above, and his counselors stood before him. And the hearts of the holy were filled with joy, because the number of the righteous had been offered, and the prayer of the righteous had been heard, and the blood of the righteous been required before the Lord of spirits. The fount of righteousness, the Son of Man, the stay of the righteous, judgment of the kings and the mighty. And in that place I saw the fountain of righteousness, which was inexhaustible, and around it were many fountains of wisdom, and all the thirsty drank of them, and were filled with wisdom. And their dwellings were with the righteous and the holy and elect. And at that hour, that Son of Man was named in the presence of the Lord of spirits, and his name before the head of days. Yea, before the sun and the signs were created, before the stars in the heavens were made, his name was named before the Lord of spirits. And he shall be a staff to the righteous, whereon to stay themselves and not fall. And he shall be the light of the Gentiles, and the hope of those who are troubled of heart. All who dwell on earth shall fall down and worship before him, and all will praise and bless and celebrate with the song of the Lord of spirits. And for this reason hath he been chosen and hidden before him, before the creation of the world and forevermore. And the wisdom of the Lord of spirits had revealed him to the holy and righteous, and he has preserved the lot of the righteous, because they have hated and despised this world of unrighteousness, and have hated all its works and ways in the name of the Lord of spirits. For in his name they are saved, and according to his good pleasure hath it been in regard to their life. And in those days downcast and countenance shall the kings of the earth have become, and the strong who possess the land because of the works of their hands. For on the day of their anguish and affliction, they shall not be able to save themselves. And I will give them over into the hands of mine elect. As straw in the fire, so shall they burn before the faces of the holy. As lead in the water, shall they sink before the face of the righteousness. and no trace of them shall any more be found. And on the day of their affliction there shall be rest on the earth, and before them they shall fall and not rise again. And there shall be no one to take them with his hands and raise them, for they have denied the Lord of spirits and his anointed. The name of the Lord of spirits be blessed. The power and wisdom of the elect one. For wisdom is poured out like water, and glory faileth not before him forevermore. And he is mighty in all the secrets of righteousness, and unrighteousness shall disappear as a shadow, and have no continuance. Because the elect one standeth before the Lord of spirits, and his glory is forever and ever. His glory is forever and ever. And his might unto all generations, and in him dwells the spirit of wisdom, and the spirit which gives insight, and the spirit of understanding and of might, and the spirit of those who have fallen asleep in righteousness. And he shall judge the secret things, and none shall be able to utter a lying word before him. And he is the elect one before the Lord of spirits according to his good pleasure. The glorification and victory of the righteous, and repentance of the Gentiles. And in those days a change shall take place for the holy and elect, and the light of days shall abide upon them, and glory and honor shall turn to the holy. And on the day of affliction, on which evil shall have been treasured up against the sinners, and the righteous shall be victorious in the name of the Lord of spirits, and he will cause the others to witness this, that they may repent and forego the works of their hands, and they shall have no honor through the name of the Lord of spirits. Yet through his name shall they be saved, and the Lord of spirits will have compassion on them. For his compassion is great, and he is righteous also in his judgment, and in the presence of his glory unrighteousness also shall not maintain itself. And at his judgment the unrepentant shall perish before him, and from thenceforth I will have no mercy on them, saith the Lord of spirits. The resurrection of the dead, and the separation by the judge of the righteous and the wicked. And in those days shall the earth also give back that which has been entrusted to it, and shed also shall give back that which it has received, and hell shall give back that which it owes. For in those days the elect one shall arise, and he shall choose the righteous and holy from among them. For the day has drawn nigh that they shall be saved, and the elect one shall in those days sit on my throne, and his mouth shall pour forth all the secrets of the wisdom and counsel. For the Lord of spirits hath given them to him, and hath glorified him. And in those days shall the mountains leap like rams, and the hills also shall skip like lambs satisfied with milk. And the faces of all the angels in heaven shall be lighted up with joy, and the earth shall rejoice, and the righteous shall dwell upon it, and the elect shall walk therein. The 7 middle mountains of the elect ones. And after those days, in that place where I had seen all the visions of that which is hidden, for I had been carried off in a whirlwind, and there had borne me towards the west. And there mine eyes saw all the secret things of heaven, that shall be a mountain of iron, and a mountain of copper, and a mountain of silver, and a mountain of gold, and a mountain of soft metal, and a mountain of lead. And I asked the angel who went with me, saying, what things are these which I have seen in secret? And and he said unto me, all these things which thou hast seen shall serve the dominion of his anointed, that he may be potent and mighty on the earth. And that angel of peace answered, saying unto me, Wait a little, and there shall be revealed unto thee all the secret things which surround the Lord of spirits. And these mountains which thine eyes have seen, the mountains of iron, and the mountain of copper, and the mountain of silver, and the mountain of gold, and the mountain of soft metal, and the mountain of lead, all these shall be in the presence of the elect one, as wax before the fire, and like the water which streams down from above upon those mountains, and they shall become powerless before his feet. And it shall come to pass, and in those days, that none shall be saved, either by gold or by silver, and none be able to escape. And there shall be no iron for war, and nor shall one clothe itself with a breastplate, bronze that shall be of no service, and tin shall be of no service, shall not be esteemed, and lead shall not be desired. And all these things shall be denied and destroyed from the surface of the earth. And when the elect one shall appear before the face of the Lord of spirits, we're going to stop at the third parable. We got 2 more pages, front and back, and we'll stop at the third parable. The valley of judgment, the angels of punishment, the communities of the elect one. There mine eyes saw a deep valley with open mouths, and all who dwell on the earth and sea and island shall bring to him gifts and presents and tokens of homage. But that deep valley shall not become full, and their hands commit lawless deeds, and the sins devour all whom they lawlessly oppress. Yet the sinners shall be destroyed before the face of the Lord of spirits, and they shall be banished from off the face of the earth, and they shall perish forever and ever. For I saw all the angels in punishment abiding there, and preparing all the instruments of Satan. And I asked the angel of peace, who went with me, from whom are they preparing these instruments? And he said unto me, they prepare these for the kings and the mighty of this earth, that they may thereby be destroyed. And after this, the righteous and elect one shall cause the house of his congregation to appear, and henceforth they shall be no more hindered in the name of the Lord of spirits. And these mountains shall not stand as the earth before his righteousness. But the hills shall be as a fountain of water, and the righteous shall have rest from the oppression of sinners. And I looked and turned to another part of the earth, and saw there a deep valley with burning fire. And they brought the kings and the mighty, and began to cast them into this deep valley. And there mine eyes saw how they made these their instruments, iron chains of immeasurable weight. And I asked the angel of peace, who went with me, saying, for whom are these chains being prepared? And he said unto me, these are being prepared for the host of Azazel, so that Azazel, once again, there goes Azazel, or Azazel, so that they may take them and cast them into the abyss of complete condemnation, and they shall cover their jaws with rough stones, as the Lord of spirits commanded. And Michael and Gabriel and Raphael and Phanuel shall take hold of them on that great day, and cast them on that day into the burning furnace, that the Lord of spirits may take vengeance on them for their unrighteousness in becoming subject to Satan and leading astray those who dwell on the earth. Noahic fragment on the first world judgment. And in those days shall punishment come from the Lord of spirits, and he will open all the chambers of waters which are above the heavens, and the fountains which are beneath the earth. And all the waters shall be joined with the waters. That which is above the heavens is the masculine, and the waters which is beneath the earth is the feminine. I think that's good. That's a good that which is above the heaven is masculine, and the waters which is beneath the earth is the feminine. It makes me wonder about the moon, being that the moon is in a feminine. Is that why the waters on earth, because it could be the waters from beneath the earth that cause the waters that we see to move and go with the tide, almost like they say, like a woman does. The feelings are constant back and forth. And they shall destroy all who dwell on the earth, and those who dwell under the ends of the heaven. And when they have recognized their uprightness, which they have wrought on the earth, then by these shall they perish. And after that, the head of days repented and said, in vain I have destroyed all who dwell on the earth. And he sware by his great name, henceforth I will not do so to all who dwell on the earth, and I will set a sign in the heaven, and this shall be a pledge of good faith between me and them forever, so long as heaven is above the earth. And this is in accordance with my command. The rainbow, not for the alphabet people, it's for a sign. Final judgment of Azazel, the watchers, and their children. When I have desired to take hold of them by the hand of the angels on the day of tribulation and pain, because of this, I will cause my chastisement and my wrath to abide upon them, saith God, the Lord of spirits. Ye mighty kings who dwell on the earth, ye shall have to behold mine elect one, who he sits on the throne of glory and judges Azazel and his associates and all his host in the name of the Lord of spirits. And I saw there the host of the angels of punishment going, and they held scourges and chains of iron and bronze. And I asked the angel of peace who went with me, saying, to whom are these who hold the scourges going? And he said unto me, to their elect and beloved ones, that they may be cast into the chasm of the abyss of the valley. And then that valley shall be filled with their elect and beloved. And the days of their lives shall be at an end, and the days of their leading astray shall not thenceforward be reckoned. Last struggle of heathen powers against Israel. And in those days, the angels shall return and hurl themselves to the east upon the Parthians and the Parthians and the Medes. And they shall stir up the kings, so that the spirit of unrest shall come upon them, and they shall rouse them from their thrones, that they may break forth as lions from their lairs, and as hungry wolves among their flocks. And they shall go up and tread under foot the land of his elect ones. And the land of his elect ones shall be before them as threshing floors and the highway. But the city of my righteous shall be a hindrance to their horses. And they shall begin to fight amongst themselves, and their right hand shall be strong against themselves. And a man shall not know his brother, nor a son his father or his mother, till there be no number of the corpses through their slaughter. Man. And their punishment be not in vain. And in those days Sheol shall open its jaws, and they shall be swallowed up therein, and their destruction shall be at an end. Sheol shall devour the sinners in the presence of the elect. Yeah, man, this make me feel like I gotta finish my damn I need to finish. I need to finish my my map of the world with the firmament and Sheol. Man. Yeah, I might need to finish that thing. The return from the dispersion. And it came to pass that after this, that I saw another host of wagons, and men riding thereon, and coming on the winds from the east and west to the south. And the noise of their wagons was heard. And when this turmoil took place, the holy ones from heaven remarked it, and the pillars of the earth were moved from their place. And the sound thereof was heard from the one end of the heaven to the other in one day. And there they shall all fall down and worship the Lord of spirits. And this is the end of the second parable. And we're going to stop there. We're going to stop there. We read the first two parables. We're going to stop on the third parable. And we'll try to come back tomorrow, man. So this book has 136 pages. 136 that I'm going to read. It has 140 total, but it has 136 that I'm going to read. We stopped on page 49. So I'm not going to say we're even halfway through. We're not even halfway through yet. But hey, we're reading pretty good, though. We're reading pretty good. We're reading pretty good. We can finish. I think we can finish this by next week, honestly. We can finish this book next week. And get on to the book of Jasher and reread the book of Jasher one more time. The book of Enoch. Man. Well, that has been today's reading for Rise and Scripts, the book of Enoch. The third parable is, was that 57 through 58, my bad. 58 through 50, 60, 50, 60, 70, 71. 50 through 71. Man, let's blow up the trumpets for the God of spirits. For praise. As Enoch did. I like when I get it. I like when I get it, but I don't like that extra little sound. But I like when I get it to fluctuate. I like when I can get it to fluctuate. I know it's the movement of the lips, but you know, to get it to do exactly, I haven't gotten it down yet. I can do it sometimes, but to get it to do exactly what I want it to do, oh man. of the trumpet to be remembered, to be heard, to send praises and glory to the righteous, almighty, the Ancient of Days, the God of spirits, the Most High, for allowing me breath to breathe and giving me all that I need to succeed in the day by day. And hopefully I have many more days to be able to do the things that are needed to be done. So, yeah, let's continue. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Shalom, everybody, man. Let's move forward as we continue to get ready for the Sabbath, man. Get ready for the Sabbath tomorrow, later on tonight, really later on tonight, the Sabbath, and tomorrow the Sabbath, man. We'll try to come back later on today, and before the Sabbath starts, I'll try to read early. I'll try to read early tonight, and let's get the damn Africans in colonial Louisiana going. Let's get Africans in colonial Louisiana going. So, shalom, everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Be productive. Be productive. Remember, you have all you need to succeed, man. Don't make the excuses. Let's not make excuses. Let's move, man. Open up your books. See what it is and what it ain't, and what you can and what you can't, and do what you can and don't do what you can't, and make sure you know what it is and make sure you know what it ain't. Oh, man. It's there for you. There are no excuses when you can open and read for yourself. There are no excuses. Or you can listen to me read, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell you people, man, y'all out here reading shit. We doing shit, man. We learning shit. We trying to be better at some shit, man. More righteous than wicked. That's what we trying to be. More righteous. We want to be spoken of as he did which was upright in the eyes of the Lord, and not that which was evil and wicked in his generations. Nah, we don't want that to be. So let's make a move, man. Let's get to going. Shalom, shalom. Have a good day, man. I'm out here. Shalom. Shalom out.